Oh! Another guy, another game, another geese, brother guys, to the gone, brother goom. Whoa! Let's see what we have in here. Ooh, nice. Let's see what this is. Ooh, and there we go. It's changed. So all of this stuff was sent to me by African Snakebite Institute, including a ton of stickers, a first aid for snakebite booklet, an LED scorpion torch. So let's open that. I hope this thing has batteries, otherwise I'm going to be really upset. Okay, it doesn't have batteries, but basically it's a scorpion torch. It's that thing that makes the scorpions so-called glow in the dark. But do me a favor, all their links will be down below, go check them out. So this video is not really sponsored, but all this gear was sponsored to me. So thank you guys for joining me in today's video. We are going to be talking a bit about keeping and taming venomous snakes. So in here we have a really grumpy little snouted cobra, and as you can see, first steps in taming these snakes is acting really calm. So I first need to change her water, clean up a bit of the poop. So I have my bucket ready for the snake to go inside, and then I'm going to make as little movement as possible. She's a really skittish snake, and as you can see I'm on this side of the glass so she doesn't come out shooting at me. You can see, I don't know if you can see that, but she already bit the hook. She's not a happy camper, but basically what I'm wanting to do is tame her. Not really tame her, because I don't believe you can truly tame a snake, but you can like calm them down and get them habituated to you and your actions. So I'm going to give her no reason to fear me, and then it'll make my life a lot easier working with her. So just take note, keeping a venomous snake at this height is actually really dangerous, and I do not recommend it. My idea in doing this is because I will be walking in and out the room, she's got enough hiding spots and enough place to hide away from me. She will still be able to see me coming past, and I'm at eye level, so she can kind of see I'm not so scary and get habituated to my movements. So let's take her out. I want to be as slow as possible so she has no reason to be afraid of me, because as soon as you give them a reason to be scared of you, they're going to act really differently, and that's the big thing. Patience with venomous snakes. And you see I'm not grabbing her tail as such, I'm wanting her to feel comfortable. She just bit the plants there, so I can see she's actually really grumpy, but I need to clean her cage and start working with her slowly to get her used to me. Her head's right here, so I'm not going to, just going to hold on her tail gently. You see, as I make a movement there, I don't want her to bash her face on the glass like she just did. I moved a little bit too quickly. Okay, girl. It's okay. So as I said, patience, patience, and patience. There we go. There's no reason for me to tail her right now, as she's sitting quite nicely on the hook, and she can get to me really quickly, so let's not let that happen. Pretty girl. Let's put her in the cage, in the tub, so she can chill out for a bit. Now the real fun part, cleaning the enclosure. Okay, so now I'm just going to spray the areas where she pooped, just to disinfect it and disinfect my hands, just to keep everything as hygienic as possible. So now let's get her out and slowly start to work with her. I'm just going to work with her on this surface here, right next to her cage, so she feels more at home per se. Oh, okay. So here we have her out. I'm going to be wearing the Venom Defender gloves just because... Okay, that was a bit useless. So I don't want to stress her out, but I need to slowly start working with her to get her used to me, because She can't be grumpy like this forever, especially with this kind of cobra, because they're going to get big. Second largest species of cobra in Africa. So bringing the tail slowly towards me. Okay, let's bring her a little bit back. She's a very pretty banded snouted cobra. It's okay, I'm not gonna hurt you. So now I gotta watch out because I'm gonna keep her attention on my hand because she can actually launch off of this cage right here because she has something to push off of. So let's just keep this in front of her. You can see she's a pretty grumpy girl. What do you want? Yeah. So now she's going to get used to my touch slowly but surely. So I'm also moving my whole entire body really slowly because as you can see, cobras are really fixated. They fixate on movement like crazy. She's a very vocal snake. You can see how she relaxes, and as soon as I move like this, she'll hood up because she's a bit grumpy and she's afraid. That's all it is. So we got to help her get over her fear of me. So by slowly, gently touching her, getting her used to touch, seeing that, as you can see there, she just went for the hook and she bit it. So she is a very, very feisty little snake, and I have no idea why. Generally they're not this feisty. You see, obviously you can't go for her tail right there because of the position she's at. So don't worry, I am at eye level right now, but I am far enough away and I do have a tool in my hand that will keep her away from me if she does decide to rush forward. But she will only rush forward if she feels threatened or backed up. If she's backed up in like a corner and feels like she has nowhere to go, then she'll rush at me. Okay, so I've had her out for a couple of minutes now, and I'm going to now put her back in her enclosure because she's gotten a little bit used to my movements, getting used to me slowly but surely. So this is also basically a documentation, so in a few years time I can look back at this and see how grumpy she actually was. I can even see her busy clenching her jaw right now, so it's very important, sorry girl, to notice every little movement about the snakes. So just behind her jaw there, on where her venom gland is, she's basically like clenching just like a dog would because of frustration and because she wants to give me a bite because she is afraid. So as you can see, her first thing she tried to do was escape. Second thing, intimidate me by hissing and hooding up, and the third will be biting, and that's what we want to get rid of. We don't want her to bite anybody. So I'm going to move slowly to take her into her enclosure because I don't want to get rid of all the work that I've given into her. So I just got to move very slowly to get her into her enclosure. Obviously you can see it's going to be really stupid if someone were to tail her right now, as well as now in this position, because she's a small snake, she can get up on her body very easily, just like that, as you can see, and then you're going to be tagged. So watch out when you tail small creatures. So I can actually just take her with the hook and put her straight in the enclosure, but I also don't want to because I want her to get used to my touch, so I'll take a little bit extra time, but I am trying to get her into her enclosure now because I don't want to stress her out too much. As you can see, she's actually advancing forward at me now because she feels threatened, so she's trying to intimidate me with all her might. You see how every action with snakes has an opposite and equal reaction. So as you could see, she can climb the hook really easily, and that's another reason why tailing is actually nice and not always having to hook. So like right now, if I were to touch her on the tail, she'll come right back at me. Not necessarily in that instance, but she would now that she has sight on me, as you could see there. And that is something you don't want to do. So now that she's trying to get away from me, it actually makes it a little bit easier to handle. And there we go. There we have her on the hook and tailed and going back into her enclosure right away. And there we go, Angry Octavia has spoken. She's had enough of me, clearly, so let's leave her be. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts about so-called taming these animals down, but rather, I would say, conditioning them. What are your thoughts on conditioning your animals to make it safer for you guys to handle? So yeah, obviously you still got to be able to know how to handle them in situations where they do go psycho and explode like little firecrackers, because they really can. They have the potential to do that. Even the most calm snakes can still do that, so you still got to watch out. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching. Cheers, guys. Remember to go out, learn, explore, inspire, and live it. Pressure bandage. Basically, a pressure bandage is to restrict your lymphatic system to about 60 millimeters mercury, so you know how to stretch this properly when that becomes a square. So when the triangle is a square, that's basically the right pressure, and then you wrap it around the bite site. Basically, I'm not going to teach you how to do that because I'm not qualified to teach you in first aid. I really want to send you guys a bunch of these stickers, but I don't know how I'm going to do that because I've got a ton of them and they're super cool. I've already stuck a whole lot of stickers all around my reptile room, so yeah. Thanks guys for watching. If you want to shout out, tag me at Bryce_Broom on Instagram. As for me and Octavia, peace out.